Command respect. The 7 unbreakable rules that guarantee you'll never be disrespected twice. Introduction. The moment everything changed. Picture this moment. You've just driven 4 hours to honor a commitment. You've promoted someone's event, invested your time, your reputation, your energy. And then, the ultimate betrayal. No hotel room. No respect. Just a cold voice telling you to figure it out yourself. That night changed everything for me. Not because of what they did to me, but because of what I discovered about myself. I realized I had been teaching people how to treat me, and I had been teaching them badly. Respect isn't something you beg for. It's not something you hope for. Respect is something you command through your actions, your standards, and your unwavering commitment to your own dignity. The 7 rules you're about to learn aren't theories from a textbook. They're battle-tested principles, forged in real situations with real consequences. Master these rules, and I guarantee you this. People might disrespect you once, but they will never do it twice. Your transformation begins now. Chapter 1. Leave tables where respect isn't served. The first and most crucial rule of commanding respect is this. When respect isn't served at a table, you leave that table immediately. No negotiations. No second chances. No hoping things will improve. Let me share the story that taught me this lesson. A man approached me, practically begging for my help with his event. He needed my influence, my network, my credibility. Against my better judgment, I agreed to help for free, asking only for transportation and hotel costs. I promoted his event. I used my reputation to bring people. When the day came, exhausted from travel, I informed him I'd arrive Friday instead of Thursday for safety reasons. His response? He canceled my hotel reservation to pocket the money and told me to figure it out when I arrived after a 4-hour drive. Here's what I learned. When you sell yourself cheap, people buy you free. When you compromise your standards once, you teach others that your boundaries are negotiable. That night, I made a decision that changed my life. I got back in my car, drove 4 hours home, and never looked back. Months later, when he tried to contact me again, I blocked him instantly. Some lessons are worth the pain they teach you. Remember this. Your presence is a privilege, not a right. The moment someone treats it otherwise, you revoke that privilege permanently. Chapter 2. Set boundaries and honor them. Boundaries aren't suggestions. They're non-negotiable laws that govern how others interact with you. The key isn't just setting them, it's respecting them yourself. When you honor your own boundaries, something magical happens. Others begin to honor them too. Why? Because consistency creates credibility, and credibility commands respect. Think about it this way. If you don't respect your own rules, why should anyone else? Every time you bend your boundaries, just this once, you're sending a message that your standards are flexible, your word is negotiable, and your limits don't really matter. Professional boundaries protect professional relationships. Personal boundaries protect personal peace. When someone tests your boundaries, they're not testing the rule, they're testing you. The person who consistently says no to what doesn't align with their values will find that people stop asking them to compromise. The person who occasionally bends will find that people constantly expect them to break. Your boundaries are your personal constitution. Treat them with the same reverence you'd expect others to show the law of the land. Chapter 3. The power of strategic silence. In a world full of noise, silence becomes a superpower. While others shout to be heard, the person who masters strategic silence commands attention without saying a word. Most people think strength means raising your voice, showing aggression, making threats. They're wrong. True strength whispers. Real power doesn't need to announce itself. When someone provokes you, your silence becomes their prison. They expect reaction, drama, emotional chaos. Instead, you give them nothing. This unsettles people more than any angry response ever could. Silent people are mysterious people. Mysterious people are feared people, not because they're threatening, but because unpredictability creates respect. When people can't read you, they approach you with caution. I've watched loud people lose arguments to silent people countless times. Why? Because silence forces others to fill the void. And in filling that void, they often reveal more than they intended. The calmest person in the room is often the most dangerous. Not because they'll hurt you, but because they won't react the way you expect. This unpredictability is your greatest asset. Master your emotions, master your words, and watch how the world begins to treat you differently. Chapter 4. Keep your word as sacred law. Your word is your bond. In a world where promises are broken daily, the person who keeps their word becomes instantly valuable, instantly trustworthy, instantly respected. I once loaned money to someone I trusted completely. They promised to repay me on a specific date. That date came and went. Weeks turned to months. The money never came back. But here's what really happened. They didn't just fail to return my money. They destroyed something far more valuable. My respect for them as a person. Because someone who breaks their word about small things will break their word about big things. When you give your word, even about seemingly minor matters, you're putting your entire reputation on the line. Every promise kept builds your credibility. Every promise broken destroys it. Children especially remember broken promises. I remember my older brother promising me a bicycle if I came first in class. I achieved it. He never delivered. That broken promise taught me more about his character than any conversation ever could. Be careful what you promise. Be even more careful to deliver what you promise. Your reputation is built one kept promise at a time, and it can be destroyed by a single broken one. In a world full of people who make excuses, be the person who makes things happen. In a world full of maybe, be absolutely certain. Chapter 5. Present yourself with dignity. People judge you in the first 7 seconds of meeting you. Fair or not, this is reality. How you present yourself determines how the world treats you. I learned this lesson when trying to rent a conference hall. First visit, casual clothes, baseball cap, relaxed appearance. The receptionist barely acknowledged me, claimed to be too busy, offered nothing. Second visit, professional attire, groomed appearance, confident posture. Same receptionist. This time she offered me a seat, brought me coffee, gave me her full attention. Same person, same business need, completely different treatment. This isn't about being fake or pretending to be someone you're not. It's about understanding that presentation is communication. Your appearance speaks before you say a word. When you dress with respect, you receive respect. When you carry yourself with dignity, others treat you with dignity. When you present yourself as valuable, people assign you value. I've seen business negotiations change completely based on the car someone arrived in. Not because the car mattered to the deal, but because it communicated status, success, and seriousness. Your presentation is your personal marketing campaign. Make sure it's sending the message you want the world to receive. Chapter 6. Build your value through excellence. Respect follows value. The more valuable you become, the more respect you command. This isn't about money alone, though financial success certainly helps. It's about becoming someone others need, admire, and want to associate with. Excellence in your craft creates demand for your services. Excellence in your character creates demand for your presence. Excellence in your standards creates demand for your approval. When you become excellent at what you do, people need you more than you need them. This shift in dependency changes every relationship in your favor. Money talks, but excellence speaks louder. A wealthy person without character might buy temporary respect, but an excellent person without wealth earns lasting admiration. Build your skills. Develop your talents. Expand your knowledge. Improve your character. Every investment you make in yourself pays dividends in how others treat you. The goal isn't to become rich to buy respect. The goal is to become valuable enough that respect flows naturally toward you. Chapter 7. The Complete Transformation. These 7 rules work together like instruments in an orchestra. Individually, each rule has power. Together, they create a symphony of respect that changes how the world sees you. Leave disrespectful tables, and you train people to serve you respect. Set boundaries and honor them, and others learn to respect them too. Use strategic silence and become mysteriously powerful. Keep your word religiously and become trustworthy. Present yourself with dignity and receive dignified treatment. Build your value relentlessly and watch respect follow. The transformation isn't instant, but it's inevitable. As you implement these rules, you'll notice subtle changes first. People will speak to you differently. They'll consider your opinions more carefully. They'll think twice before crossing you. Soon, the changes become obvious. Opportunities will increase. Relationships will improve. Your entire life will reflect the respect you've learned to command. But remember, these rules require discipline. They demand consistency. They ask you to choose long-term respect over short-term convenience. The person you become by following these rules won't just command respect. They'll deserve it. Conclusion. Your new reality. Respect isn't given. It's earned through consistent actions that demonstrate your value and enforce your boundaries. The 7 rules you've learned aren't just strategies. They're a new way of living. From this moment forward, you have a choice. You can continue living as someone who hopes for respect, or you can transform into someone who commands it. The path forward is clear. Leave tables where you're not respected. Set boundaries and honor them. Use silence as your weapon. Keep your word as sacred law. Present yourself with dignity. Build your value through excellence. Apply these rules consistently. Yes, some people might disrespect you once as you implement these changes. But armed with these 7 rules, I guarantee you this: they will never disrespect you twice. Your transformation starts now. Your new reality begins today. Command the respect you deserve, because you now have the tools to make it inevitable. The world is waiting to see the person you're about to become.